So Memorial Day is a day where we get to remember the ultimate sacrifice that others have laid down for our freedoms. And as we reflect on this day, I'd like to share a story about one of those heroes that has had a profound impact on my life. In 2006, I was in Iraq. One of my soldiers, we called him Raider. He was a pastor's kid who was running as hard and far from God as he possibly could. But one of the things about combat is there's a lot of downtime in between missions. And so we would often sit on top of the vehicles and just talk. And Raider and myself had some very deep spiritual conversations. And after one of those, I just really felt like God spoke to my heart and told me that before we left Iraq, Raider would know him. A couple months later, we got in a major fight on the Jaburi Peninsula. During this firefight, Raider got shot in the chest twice. We medevaced him off the battlefield and he died on the operating table in Balad a couple hours later. And I just felt defeated and crushed and let down by God, because I felt so strongly that God had told me he would know him before we left Iraq. And now here we are, he's gone, and as far as I know, he doesn't know God. Well, a couple weeks later, we were back on that base in Balad, and I randomly ran into a flight surgeon and started a conversation with him, and it turned out he was the same flight surgeon who had worked on Raider when we medevaced him off the battlefield. And I asked him if there was anything Raider had said we could pass on to the family, any last words, and he said, yeah, it was crazy. He was in and out of consciousness, and every time he was awake, he just kept saying, tell Mike I know God. When we got back to our base, I had to go directly to the phones and call his dad and tell his dad that his son knew God. When I called his dad, he answered and he told me that at the very moment I called, he had been in his office praying and telling God he needed something more. He needed Sergeant Cumming to call him. And that's when I called to tell him his son knew God. Life is full of pain, it's full of tragedy. Sometimes we can't see how God's working, but he's always working. And so as we go into this Memorial Day weekend, remember the ultimate sacrifice that many have laid down for our freedoms, and also the sacrifice that Jesus has laid down for our freedom as well. Have a great Memorial Day weekend.